Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. I kind of did a crazy thing about a week ago. I got in the car with my 3 girls and drove 13 hours to visit my brother's family in Texas. Listen, the kids are only young ones. Yes, I'm a little crazy. Yes, Henry missed the mess out of us, and so did Daddy. But we had a really great time. Of course, while we were there, my sister-in-law was like, what would you do with this? What would you do with this? She knows how to get me because I cannot pass up a DIY project. So, without all my equipment, and didn't bring any craft supplies. So in this video, I'm going to tackle 3 projects. The first one is a console table that she was ready to throw away. We had way too many woods going on in the dining room, and she's like, this one can go. I was like, well, what if we just painted it to match some of the wall art you have in here? So that was the first project. The second project is a set of chairs that she got from Amazon, and she put them together. She didn't love the finish on it. I built them a table about 5 years ago that you'll see in the dining room, and these tables just didn't go with it super well, so I did a finish on that I'm really excited. It took a long time, but the end result is a great one. And then the third project, they just had their beautiful stone fireplace built, and then they did great masonry work, but the mantle was a little flat. And you'll see in the before pictures, it just looked like it was painted a color. It did not have dimension to it. So I added some white wax and some paint to it to make it look like it had a little more depth and dimension, and I'm really happy with the results. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this kind of content, I would love it if you would subscribe, like this video, give me some comments, and let me know any feedback that you have. And then next week we are starting school, so I'm gonna use some more stuff from our Texas trip. We took 5 kids to the thrift store and found a little project that I updated for my sister-in-law's house. So next week's video is going to be a thrift haul with some thrift flips in it. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. So my first project on this video is this console table that my sister-in-law was ready to pitch. We went to the store and picked out a color that would work for her space, and I applied 2 coats of this paint. We had too many wood tones in this dining room space, and this was a way to instantly remove one of them. After 2 coats of paint, I sanded with 220 sandpaper, and then I went to Hobby Lobby, and this is all I could find. So that's what we're using. It is a wax that I just squirted on. This is not ideal, but I made it work. Just spread it out evenly and let it thoroughly dry, and then used a paper towel to kind of buff out the wax so that there would be a nice protective coat on the top of this. So here's the updated console. What do you think? Was it worth it for her to keep it instead of just pitch it? I think so. Let me know in the comments below. Next, let's work on these chairs. Now, they are beautiful on their own. Please don't get me wrong. She got them from Amazon, but the color is not quite working. So I am just using this new Zebra brush. It's a square tip, which I'm in love with this brush. I'm getting one for myself when I get home. And some Dark and Decrepid liquid patina from DIY Paint. And I did one of these chairs with painter's tape. So that is an option. But quite honestly, I was confident in my steady hand. It was just easier to do it by hand. So I took my time. That's the trick when you're painting by hand. Take your time and hold the paintbrush as if it's a pencil. And the best part with this square edge is it did a lot of the work for you. It was a very straight edge and you had some control. So I just put this liquid patina on directly over the existing wood and then wiped it back. And you can see that there is a nice new tone of color that matches the table. See the table I'm working on? That's a table I built for them like 5 years ago. And this goes with that table a lot better. So I just went over all of these wood pieces with the liquid patina and then wiped it back so that it acted more, instead of a stain, it acted more like a glaze. So I am loving this product and will be using a lot more of it in the future. The next step is to add the white wax. This is also DIY white wax. I applied it pretty liberally so that it could get down in all the beautiful crevices of this chair. And then the trick with this is to get a very dry, clean paper towel and just wipe it back. I did not want it to look white. I just wanted it to have this haze to make it look old and not freshly done. Also, with both the liquid patina and the white wax, you need to work in sections because the longer you let it dry, the more that stays on. So I've just worked in sections, wipe it back, and then move along. It helps you keep a consistent finish to your whole project. Here's a look at the original finish. Here it is with the Dark and Decrepid only on it, and then here it is with the white wax on the top. Let me know in the comments below, did we improve it? Now I'm on to the last project. See this beautiful stone fireplace and this one-dimensional painted cypress. So first thing I did was sanded it, and quite honestly, if this color was right, this added so much right here. You could actually see the wood grooves, but I sanded it down to get some of the rough edges off and to get it prepped for paint. The color tone of this was just very dark. So what I did is I used the DIY white wax. And I lost the video of me doing it, but this is what it looked like with one light layer of wax. Then I added the French linen Dixie Bell color to it. And you'll see I just kind of put it, I'm trying to mimic natural grains of wood. So I put light spaces in it. I rub it in just using a paper towel so you don't see brush marks. And then I'll step away so that you can get a bigger idea of what your art project looks like. Sometimes you get in front of it and you get kind of lost. You need to step away and see where more highlights and lowlights need to step out. Make sure you're rubbing the paint in right away and not letting it dry for a long period of time, because that will be a totally different look. You could probably sand it out with sandpaper, but I'm trying to do some of the distressing while the paint is still wet. So here's the before and the after. I know it's a very subtle difference, but in person it looks a lot more alive. It is a three-dimensional look now instead of it just being flat paint. And the best part is my sister-in-law loves it. So I count that as a win. So those are the 3 projects I got done this week. Next week, I'm going to have a thrift with me video while we are in Texas, and we brought 5 kids with us. So let me know in the comments below what you think of these projects, and if you like this kind of content, I would love your support by subscribing, sharing with your friends, and interacting with me with the comments. It really helps my channel. So thanks everybody, and I will see you again next week. Bye.